Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm going to try to explain this picture. I drew it because of the Nietzsche quote. It's on my community tab. I don't know exactly. The great end of art is to strike the imagination with the power of a soul that refuses to admit defeat in the midst of a collapsing world, I think, is what it is. This triangle is important. You take 3 of those triangles, you get a pentagram. Fibonacci sequence goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 3 to 5, skips 4. If I were a better artist, this would be a donut. In the center would be like a wormhole shape, okay? You're looking straight down into the wormhole. This is a donut shape on the outer side. Kind of where Eros and Psyche meet here. I use a butterfly for Psyche. That's based off Aristotle. That's his idea. Eros is the heart. Eros being not Cupid, but the primordial force, electromagnetism maybe, or just magnetism. I have a sun and a moon here to represent polarity, time, Eros and Psyche. There's a good myth about them. They're married, they live happily ever after. Now, this picture deals with, you see how time is here at the edge? Everything inside of this is before time, or outside of time. I wrote tessellate here. I like how the word tessellate blends into itself, and I reverse it, and you get the word set in there. That's different. We might get to that later. But I wrote tessellate because from this form, shape, imagine these are all shapes. I'm not the greatest artist. Imagine every shape is in here. Moves out into organic shapes. The edge being kind of bubbles, suds, foam. There's a myth about beauty. Beauty's born out of sea foam. Time cuts the balls off the sky, and time throws the balls into the sea, and they foam up, and beauty comes out of that foam. Existence, maybe, comes out of that foam. Now, we're the butterflies. We're Psyche. That's our soul. That's our spirit. But it all comes from bing, bing, bing in here. From an infinite. There's 3 sets. There's a null set, infinite set, and a finite set. They're all in the center here, but this is the finite set we're dealing with. I heard somewhere eternity is... Oh, wait. What is it? It was something about how a moment moving through eternity. Time is a moment moving through eternity or something. Something weird like that. Anyway, outside of the Psyche's butterfly, outside of this, if you ever notice butterflies, they kind of don't seem to be the greatest pilots. They kind of fly on hope and fate, seems like. And so a lot of problems exist outside of this, where time starts and butterflies and are bouncing around. We're not getting into the politics and the organized religion and all this shit out here. Personal relationships. It all starts from here, it all comes from here. And these bubbles. set. Out here is kind of the marmoset, you might say. Kind of where all the problems start. But if you always remember this, I think you'll be alright. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but I tried.